Hi guys, it's ģᴢ. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am in the hills to do a part 2 of building a cottage. Before we get back to building the cottage, I wanted to mention that there's been an update that is actually really helpful for this video because there's now a pre-built roof in the shop that you can buy. So let's go ahead and take a look at that first. So we're going to open the shop and click on new, and there it is. There are actually so many options, and I definitely want to try putting a little cottage together with you guys using the new roof. So we're definitely going to do that before we jump back in. Hopefully this is a lot easier, and I'll be doing this my first time with you guys, so hopefully it goes well, and then of course we will continue building the cottage that we already began working on. There's also a windowed wall, which I did get a comment requesting that I explain that, so I will definitely show that as well. And you guys, definitely leave some comments if you have any requests for tutorials for this game. I am more than happy to help with what I can. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the roofs here. This one has a window hole in it actually. And just gonna turn this around and rotate it. Again, R is the hotkey to rotate. This looks really good actually, and I definitely think that I'll be using this in a future build. And now I want to try placing it on top of some walls. I'm going to be using these large plastic walls and hopefully they fit on well. And I am also going to put on snap. I did forget to put that on at first. Alright, let's go ahead and put it right over here, and we're going to rotate with the R hotkey. And just make a little square. And this is my first time using it, so I kind of have to like finesse it a little bit. That's kind of what you have to do with items in this game. So just using snap, it doesn't work. Let's go ahead and try to click free space. So it will kind of rest on top, but not the way that I want. So I'm going to show you basically what I'll be showing you later in this video of how to get items to place on top of things. So basically my trick here is I'm going to be using the grass foundation to build up here, and then I'm going to get it at a level that I want it and then place the roof on top of it. But first I'm going to be placing down this wall, and again you press X to get it to turn horizontal. If you don't understand how to use the UI, make sure you watch my first video. I'll also put a link to it in the description. And this is what it ends up looking like. It is definitely a little bit small, and I did find out that you need a game pass to make things bigger or smaller, which I did not realize in my first video, so I wanted to keep this the same size that it starts in. It's definitely a little bit small, but I will be doing some more builds with it. And then I just wanted to show you what my cottage ends up looking like after decorating it. And now let's quickly check out the window wall before we move on here. So I clicked on the X button in the UI on the left to get it to be upright, and then I clicked on Z to get it to turn to the position that I wanted it to be in. And now I'm using the glass window item, which is also new, to just place it in here, and as you can see, it places in there really well. This is super easy to use and very beginner friendly. I really like it. And now let's go back to the cottage that we were working on in my first video. So I kind of mentioned this in the beginning of this video, but I used the grass foundation to bring the level up to make it easier when I am building a roof. And you can use any foundation here. I'm just using the grass one. There's also a plastic one and a brick one, I believe. And next, I'm going to be using a wood plank wall. If you don't have them, they are in the shop under the furniture section. And now I'm going to place them down like this. I do have snap-on, just note that, and also I kind of make these overlap to get them to fit the way that I want so that it is even. And now we're going to pick up these grass foundations, and just be really careful here because if you accidentally pick up a wood plank wall on the top, you will have to place the grass foundation again. Alright, this is looking pretty good, and now we're going to go ahead and build the rest of the roof. We'll be using a lot of these wedge pieces as well as plastic blocks. Okay, so this next part is really important. You're going to want to leave half a space open for this next row to make it end up as a perfect triangle at the end. And I won't speed up this part too much so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. And once you are done with this row, just quickly take a moment to make sure that it is right, because it is better to double check than have to start over and remove each block one at a time. Alright, and let's move on here. You're going to want to keep one block space open at the start and the end of each row. And now we will go back with wedge pieces to fill in those spaces that we left, and we are left with a perfect triangle. And now let's repeat this on the back side of the cottage. And now we're going to put some wedge pieces on the sides of the cottage. And the last step here is to use these large plastic walls as the side panels to the roof, and we are going to hit X to get them to tilt, and then we're just going to kind of push it into place, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side to get it to match up as a perfect triangle. And that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys found this helpful. Make sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!